Well, hello and welcome to Lori's Crafting Place.blogspot.com. So glad you could join me today. So happy you could be here. And we are going to be making the card that I did the previous video on my haul, my Temu haul. And using these dies. I'll get some of these dies out here and show you. Here's one of them. There. And I used this one here. And then they come with these little lids. So here's one. And here's another one. And they come with these little labels too. You can put these labels on if you want. And so let me show you the card that we're going to make today. So it's a fun fold card, very, very easy. You could write in the inside if you wanted to, but I made the card this way. Here's the back. You can write your sentiment there. And then I did my own DSP because I didn't have any that had little jars on it. So I just made cut out some little jars, and then I just stuck them on there. And then I made this one here with the 3 little jars on the front and said, "You're so sweet." So that's the card we're going to make. So let's get started. Alrighty, I think I'll just set it right there. Okay, let me turn you back this way. Get my camera down here. And let's see, let's hopefully that will be, like I said, my camera or my phone updated and now everything's in a different spot. It's kind of weird, but excuse me, I inhaled wrong. Anyhow, let's get this show on the road. Okay, I've decided to use some craft cardstock, and I am going to use the paper that I got from Temu. And so I'm going to use a lavender one, and I'm going to use the blue one, and I think I'm going to turn you a little more this way. Okay, there we go. And like I said, I have the craft cardstock. And so if you take a piece that's 8.5 by 11 and then you cut it in half, you can make 2 cards. And then I'd take another piece and then I would cut it into, let's see, we need a piece like, I'll show you here. Let me get all my little pieces out of the way. Then I need a piece that is going to be 3 by 5 1/4, I believe. Let me see, I wrote it on here. 3 by 5 1/4. Yep, and you're going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay, so you'll end up with 1 piece of paper. You can get both of these and get you an extra one in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our scoring board and we're going to put this on here. And get my bone folder here. And so we're going to take this piece that is, you can see, I hope you can see here that it is 8.5 by 5.5. And then we're going to take it and we're going to score it at 1 inch. Right here, 1 inch. And then we're going to score it at 2 inches. And then we're going to score it again at 5 1/4. Right here. Okay, and then while we have this out, let's just go ahead and put this one on here. And it is 8.5 by 3. And we're going to score this one at 4 1/4. Okay, so now we have all our scoring done. We're going to remove that out of the way. we're going to take this little piece here, and we're just going to fold it in half. And somehow, I don't know, mine sometimes doesn't turn out the right, I don't know. I think my paper cutter is off, but anyways, so we're going to have that piece. And also for this, I'm going to go ahead and give you the other measurements. We're going to need a piece for the front, and I've chose the lavender this time. And it measures 2 and, that's not correct, 2 3/4, not 2 3/3. 2 3/4 by 4. And that's going to go on the front. And then we'll have another one that's 2 3/4 by 4, and that will go on the back to write our sentiment. Or you don't have to put it on the back. You can go ahead and put it on the inside. But the way we're going to seal this up, you would not be able to write on it. So I don't know why that would make any sense at all. So we're going to put it on the back. Okay, we're going to set that down. And we need this little strip, and we need this one here, which is the 3 by 5 1/4. This one should be 3/4 by 5 1/4, but I just used what I had left over instead of cutting a new piece of paper, and I think it looks fine. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and we're going to fold it at the 5 1/4 mark and burnish that down real well. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to fold up. And put this and burnish it. And then we're going to fold this one down. And this will give us our fun fold. So here we have our fun fold. Just like that. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is, you can use whatever kind of designer series paper you want. I just went with the jar theme because I really like that. And I saw Connie Stewart, no, not Connie Stewart, Jackie Bolhuis. I saw her do a card similar to this. And she had designer series paper, but I didn't have any, so that's why we're going to make our own. So all I did to make my own was I cut out a bunch of these little jars. And if you don't have jars, you can just use something else. I mean, you can use fruit. You can put whatever as you want to make your designer series paper out of. And so what I'm going to do is use these little jars. And I've got a yellow one here. And I'm just putting glue on the back, and I'm just sticking them on here. And then I think I'll take a blue one. So they kind of are supposed to look like jam jars, you know. So this one could be like a honey jar, I guess. And then this one could be like blueberries. This one could be like, I don't know, something that would be light. Strawberries are red, so that wouldn't work. I don't know, some kind of a, like maybe a mango or something. And then we got some grape, like it could be grape jam or something. And we'll just stick it on here. So what you can see is I'm just building my paper till I get to the end. And here's another blue one with some blueberries. And just like that, I've got my top row. And I like that. And then I'm going to put so you need 10 total, 5 on each row. And then I'm going to put this one for, it could be either cherry jam or it could be strawberry jam or whatever. And then another grape. And we'll stick that one on there. And this one here, this could be even lemon sauce. Doesn't have to be honey, a jar of honey. And then another little red one. This could even be cherry. So, and then our last one, which could be another mango one, I guess, or a papaya one or something. Papaya is a little more orangey. And there's our designer series paper that we made ourselves. Now, like I said, it does come with the die cuts that you can cut these little these little things out of. Where are you? There you are. And so you could put those on your jars if I wanted to. I could stick one on my jar, but I don't really want to waste it and do that. So I just left mine plain. The other thing is I have these little labels that I cut out, or die cut out. And so these little labels could go on here if you wanted to do that. And then you could either draw in your cherry and then color it, or you could just stamp something that's real small, like hello or something like that. So that would look nice on there too. I did not do that. You can see mine are just like that. Oh, and I'm okay with that. I think they're cute. Okay, so that is done. So then what we're going to do is get our glue. And we're going to put some glue on the back of this. And then we're going to come over here. And I'm going to open this up and get this on here. Trying to give it a border all the way around it. And then press it down. And then this is what I'm going to do with this little piece right here. See that little skinny piece? Even though it should be 3/4 of an inch, mine is not. Oh, I hope I didn't. Did I forget to cut that one? No, I didn't forget to cut it. Good. Okay, and I'm just going to stick it on here. Just like this. And there's our front of our card base. And then the next thing that we have to do is we just need to fix this card how we want it. So I'm going to first of all take this 2 and boy, I sure did not write things right on here. 2 3/4. 2 3/4 by 4. I don't know what I was writing. Anyways, we're going to put this on the back. Okay, so we're just going to stick it on the back here. And then you can either stamp what you want to say or write what you want to say. And so that's on the back. Now we'll work on the front. So now I'm going to take this piece here, which is 2 3/4 by 4, and I'm going to put some glue on it and put it on the front. I think this is such pretty paper, and like I said in my other video, that it has kind of a glossy look to it, but it's not. It's just really pretty. And so then I just stamped You're So Sweet. And then I cut it out with some scissors, cut it around. I could put it up on pop dots, but I think I'm just going to put it like this and stick it on here. Okay, then I'm going to take one of my jars, and I'm going to take this pink one here. I'm going to wipe my glue off. And get these pop dot things. And so let me see, I've got one here and one right here and that's all I'll put on there. And then just stick this down here, sideways like that. Take my little lavender jar cover, put some glue on that around, and then stick that on the top. I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take, I think, I'm going to take this blue one, and I'm going to put it with some glue back behind here, kind of like right there, and we'll put this purple lid cover on here. Put that on there, making sure. I love it when you use liquid glue because it gives you some time to wiggle things around. And then my final jar, I'm going to use a purple one, and I'm going to put some more. I'm about out. Oh dear, I kind of ripped it a little bit. So let me get some more of these little things that I get from there. That helped. I get these from Temu. I like them. They are very handy. They're not as fat as some as the other ones. Oops. Come off of there, you little backing. Can't get that off of there. Well, you know what? I'll get me another one. And we'll just stick you right there. There, that came off pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to stick this jar right about here. And we'll put another one of these jar covers on here with some glue and stick it right there, making sure that I get it there. Whoops, I don't want glue on there. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so we have our front of our card done. And so now you see I'm going to attach it. You'll understand why you can't really open this up. It just wouldn't work. So, because this is going to fit over like this. So we're going to put it on here, and then we're going to line it up. Line it up with the top, line it up with the back. Okay, so this one will be lined up with the top, and there'll be a little bit of wiggle room. That's a lot of wiggle room. Let me get this back on here. Let me get this back on here. Okay, I just want to they always make it look so easy in the videos, and it is easy. It's just that I feel like I'm all thumbs. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this over just a tad. Then what I will do is get my glue out again. And I'm going to put some glue right here. You can kind of see where I'm putting glue. Let me bring it up here for a minute so you can see that glue right there. Okay, so now I'm going to stick it back in here. And make sure that I'm kind of even here. Trying to line up the bottom. Trying to line up this bottom. And a little bit. And I think that's going to work. We can, yeah, there we go. And then just kind of squish that down right there. And then I'll turn this over. And I'll put glue on here. And you can see that I just put that glue all right there. And then I'm going to bring this down and squish this down. Get that glue off my fingers. And there we have it. Let me get the glue. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump you there. And put the glue in here. And there's our card. There's the front. And there is the back. And we have our homemade designer series paper. Here's the other card that I did. So we've got one with the blue, and we got one with the lavender. And I think they turned out really cute. Oh, those are really cute cards. Who wouldn't want to get that, even though it's not real jam? Anyway, and like I said, I love these dies from Temu. So, and I'm thinking they were under $4. And I got, wow, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jars, and one of the labels, and then I got 4 lids, 4 different lids. Here's the different lids that I got. I'll show you those too. So there's the 4 different lids. And I just think it's so much fun. I can't wait to make some more cards out of the other jars, the dill pickles and olives and all that. So anyways, thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made a video, but I'm glad that you joined me. I hope you give this card a try. It was very easy. And if you, like I said, if you don't have the little jars, you can come up with something else. Use fruit, use bugs, use whatever to create your designer series paper. And I think that was fun. And I think this card is really cute. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, happy creating. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe and see when I'm going to make another video. Okay, you take care. Bye-bye.